Hi guys, welcome to my shed. This morning I'm going to be pouring some resin into my holographic moulds. I don't know whether it's catching the light there. If I put the light on it might help. But you can see on the base of this one, you can see there's kind of little dimples and imprints. And that's what makes the holographic pattern on it. And this one is kind of a diamond holographic. And it's got diamond marks in it. It's a more pronounced holographic. Okay, so I'm going to be doing one with holographic glitter and resin, so just a clear with the holographic glitter in it, and the other one I'm going to be doing with some gold leaf bits in it. Okay, so first of all I need to pour a tiny bit of resin into this pot for the, just a tiny bit, just so it holds the glitter, the gold leaf, and it doesn't go flying around the shed. And just literally put some pieces, it's a bit clumped together, this one, into the resin. You can see it's a little bit hard to work with, you're probably better with the tweezers using it. And then you just literally stomp it down into the resin, and then you can control a lot easier where it goes, and it also will stay where it goes because it's got the resin around it, so it just makes it a lot easier than just putting the gold leaf on. Obviously if you want it to look like gold leaf, then you'd place it as a piece of gold leaf. Okay, so that's ready, and then I'm literally just going to add some of my holographic glitter, if I can get it open. Okay. Okay, let me rip it open a little bit, she says. Okay, that went everywhere. Pour some of that into that. A little goes a long way with that, so you don't have to use a lot. If you see this one's really fine. This was a free gift from one of the people that I buy moulds from. But the one that I got separately, the flakes are actually a tiny bit larger. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in as well, so you get the variation on the size of the glitter pieces. As you know, I do love my holographic glitter. Okay, so we'll just stir that in. The resin is already thickening because it's a very warm day today. Okay, so I'm going to put the gold leaf into the turtle. I'm just going to put a very fine layer of resin in first of all. Now I did use this one before and I filmed the filling of the mould. I actually over poured it by the tiniest amount, and because it's such a clear mould, around the edges are really sharp, it actually, I couldn't fix it, because when I cut it out with the Dremel, it cut too far and it just got a bit messy. So this time I need to make sure that I don't over pour in any way. Okay, so I'm just making sure that it's getting right to the edges. And what I'll do is I'll go over the top with a baby wipe as well, just to make sure that there's no resin on the top at all. You learn every time you use a mould, because they're all slightly different, and some of them you can get away with over pouring slightly so you get the dome effect, and obviously others you can't. So here's my gold leaf, and I'm literally just going to dot it around. The last one I did was green, and where you could see the actual you could see the holographic pattern on it, because it had a colour in, it kind of blocks the effect coming right the way through the turtle. So that's why I've decided to go with majority clear, and I think the gold will just make it twinkle slightly more. So if you're using it to hang in your window, you're actually going to get the holographic effect coming through when the light hits it, and I just think it'll be a lot better. Okay, his head's not got any gold in it, can't have that. Okay, do it right down his flippers. That's a big lump. Okay. Just trying to break the lumps up so that it doesn't block the light anywhere. Okay. Both his feet have got it in as well. It's a bit too big there. Okay, I think I'm going to take some of this out. Yep, there's a little bit too much in there. I still want it to be quite clear rather than lots of gold. Okay, so that's a lot better. So I'm just going to top it up now with a little more resin. I'm just being careful not to over pour like I did last time. Okay, most of the overpour came from this area, so kind of under his flippers was where it had, there was a big piece in between, which there shouldn't have been. Should have been, you know, kind of in and out there. So, right, okay, that's that one done. Hopefully it'll be good this time. And the holographic one just literally needs pouring. Okay. Written on the amount in this one, but I would think it would be about 100 mils. I've poured myself 150 mils of resin, so, and that one's about 70, no, about 50, that one, if anything. Okay, so I'm going to fill this one up. Okay. So if you don't fill it up to the top, you kind of get a ridge around the edge of your item, and then I don't like that ridge, so I end up having to dome it. So you end up having to do kind of 4 days work in effect, because you've got to let it dry in between. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll do the reveal tomorrow. Thanks for visiting.